Hello, welcome to Scribblers Rest, where a bunch of Orlando and Central Florida's talented artists and authors and whoever else that's creative comes together and plays some games ranging from Pathfinder to Shadowrun to Dungeons & Dragons to whatever board game we would like to throw on here. I'm William Tucker. I'm one of the hosts. I'm going to have my comrades around the table introduce themselves and say what they do, and then we'll get to their characters. Today we're going to be playing Pathfinder, starting Book 2 of Loam's End, and I'll let it take it away.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm LJ Haydorn. I am author of the Age of the Fallen series. Also one of the participating members here of Scribblers Rest. So, and you can find me on Amazon as well as on YouTube and iTunes and Stitcher and all sorts of other places. So, that's it.
I'm Brian Downs, a sophisticated gentleman of some experience with a elegant and mysterious air. I'm also an author. You can find me on Amazon.com. I contribute to Florida Geek Scene. I'm just about to finish writing my latest novel, Red Sleeper. And I'd like to introduce Miriam Medina, the cover artist for Red Sleeper. And now we're on to DJ. Not really. Miriam, you're next. I'm serious. She's doing the cover art. She is doing the cover art. That's true.
It's Miriam. I'm part of Genki Gas Studios. We do a whole bunch of comic art, illustration, fine art, spray paint, kind of you name it, anything we can kind of do to get our hands dirty, and that's what we're gonna do.
I'm DJ. I am the other half of Genki Gas Studios, and pretty much everything she just said in a deeper voice. So.
And I'm William Tucker. I write Pathfinder / Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition games for Total Party Kill. I've done some work for Kensico for their Hackmaster game line. I got some products available on Amazon, and you can go to DriveThruRBG. My latest adventure, Noble Cause Bloodied Hands, is available there. And if you want to add some white hairs to your players, check this out. Okay. Why don't everybody, we'll start with Larry, introduce what character
Larry.
They're playing today.
Oh God!
I need hair. I don't care if it's white or not. That's fine with me.
You're playing a wizard. You're gonna, pyrotechnics or something.
So
like that.
I am Dr. Sutara Malfecto, a kindly demon spawn tiefling that has come down to the plains to hang out with the normal people, and to give his best impression of what world dictatorship should be all about. I am the wizard of the party. So people ask me things. I drink and I know things and people ask questions. And
from a slightly taller standpoint.
From a slightly taller
standpoint. Less oxygen up here. You may go.
I am Michael Pinebrook, a war priest of Gorham, our Lord in Iron. Our fates are made on the battlefield.
Oh, sorry. I am Taiga Shri. I am a halfling bard. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Taiga Shri. I'm a halfling bard. Yeah.
And I'm Korn. I am a human barbarian. I like to break things. It's about
Down
as deep
with
as
the
it gets.
sickness.
It's been helping the party so far. All right. And I'm William Tucker, the game master, basically playing everything else, including the weather and the dispositions of the tankards around the bar.
Nobody does a
he likes
misty
to-
rain like William. Nobody.
and he likes to break us.
Yes. Because I live off your tears. All right. But we'll be starting at the Lamprey's Lament. Y'all have gathered around. Basically, y'all have been busy. I mean, we've had Larry's character and gee, I forgot your name. Brian's character. You're so
Michael
forgettable. But coming back from the manor. Matter of fact, both you two roll perception checks. This is recalling a couple of details before you left the manor.
I get a 10.
Okay.
Only a 20.
Only a 20. This is the one thing you did observe as you were leaving the as you're leaving the cellar of the Hildorn Manor, you notice with the blood that was spilled during the fight, looks like the stone itself was being absorbed.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
The blood on
itself?
the blood that was on the stone
Yeah.
in the basement was being absorbed by the stone.
So the stone is porous, is what you're telling me.
So if we want to kill somebody, this is the spot to do it.
Exactly.
All the evidence.
Yeah,
In the basement?
in the basement.
That strikes me as a dumb choice.
And you did
Well-
notice when you were lifting up, it looks like some of the flesh itself was beginning to dissolve too. Very slowly.
Flesh of whatever was on the stone?
Yes. And you're like, that's not. If you remember,
Do you have a knowledge anything I can do?
yeah.
What kind of
I'll, let
knowledge?
you, I'll do
Is
Arcana.
WTF a skill?
Alright.
Right?
27.
You do feel like it was a fail-safe of some kind, having to do with necromancy.
A necromantic failsafe?
Yeah.
I get a necromantic chubby and
God damn it.
I'm detecting magic and examining said stone. Is the stone itself emanating magic?
Yeah, slight. It is slightly, but you were like,
The basement
it
floor
seems
is
to be
enchanted?
powering up a bit.
Oh. So we need more sacrifices to fully understand what the ultimate...
You're thinking so, yeah.
So what you're telling us, Doctor, if that's really your name, is that the basement floor here in the abandoned manor is enchanted and absorbing the life force of those whose blood is spilled on it.
Read my lips. Yes, that is it. Would you like me to put it in layman's terms for you?
Yeah.
And doesn't we came out here to clear this place out?
Yeah.
At the request of the local
Lord Bosk, yep.
right, who wants to move in, right, and use it as a house.
And the floor is doing it for us. This is awesome. We just got to move everything down here, let it absorb it.
Well, I'm suspicious of anything he understands, so we should advise Lord Bosk.
And give me a second set of perception rolls. This is when you guys are coming out.
I get a 16.
I got another 20.
All right. Between the both of
Again,
you,
another
if
20.
you remember when you were approaching the Hildorn Manor, you remember the caged burial grounds before that?
Yes.
It was a while ago. When you guys came out, the bars were ripped. It looked like they were ripped from the inside.
Oh.
And, of course, the stone has been broken. And you're like,
Well, that's a waste of good metal work.
yeah.
Okay.
Looks like they've been broken out from the inside.
Yeah. And you know when that happened? 5 minutes after your necromantic chubby.
I can't help it. I had a
Coincidence? Well, that's a waste of good metal work. First, when you see a bunch of tombs that have been caged in with iron, you got to think,
Iron Man.
that's bringing property values
Damn
down.
it.
Then, when they've been split open from inside, what time of day is it?
When you guys came back out, it was evening hours.
And what time of year is it? And what's the climate
It's
here?
it's autumn. It's basically around 72 degrees. Windy, of course. You're near the ocean. You can smell the brine of it. But
Right.
it was
I mean,
after you
is
dealt
this
with
a temperate climate, a tropical
No,
climate? or-
it's more like New England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a temperate climate.
I think it's whoever took the heads.
Yeah.
It may be. Is it? Who are we with? I mean, it's the party.
This was a party. This was
right.
that was with the thief and
Well,
Barney?
there's some sort of unnatural.
the fighter. If you remember the fighter, he was named Gordley.
I don't remember. Hold on.
Well, anyway, there's some
Yeah.
sort of undead monstrosity shambling around out here, and you think that it would be hard to lose track of that because I mean, this is just a windswept bluff. I mean, if there was some
There is some
zombies,
grassland.
you'd probably see them.
Are you going to do a roll of perception around the tomb if you're going to examine it?
But, okay, you've mistaken me for Aragorn.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
I know. You're the trap finder.
I'll give it a
I'm
try.
sorry.
I'll give it a try.
Gorhue.
Gorhue. Yes, Gorhue.
I get a 13 on my perception.
Do you need some assistance?
Sure, I'd love to hear whatever you think you're about to say.
I'd love to hear it too. I'm glad we're on the same page. my thought on this whole situation with an 8 is looks like something opened this.
I concur, Doctor.
And unfortunately, between both perceptions, that's all you could gather. You don't see a trail leading off or anything.
All right, so we've cleared out the goblins and the bandits and the smugglers.
Oh my!
And what was it, a tiefling in here?
There was another tiefling,
Right,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
An enemy
had the
tiefling
climactic
with 2
battle.
nulls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go back and report to Lord Bosk that we've done that, but we should also mention that the basement floor is some soul-sucking linoleum, and
That's like a bonus
there's-
feature to any abode.
probably
Right? People
yeah,
you don't
these-
like, bring them downstairs.
That's probably some sort of Indian bear.
The raises your asking price significantly. And
a
there's
special
some
episode
kind
of
of
Dexter.
undead problem out here now. In fact, can we track? Who are we with? Is
No,
Corn with
these
us
two
at
are
this
not
time?
even
Not yet.
with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
going
it's
back.
just the two of us.
It's just the 2 of us with
we can make it, you and I. Just the two of us.
We're not going to be making it.
the thief Malok and Gore Hugh have already grabbed their kind of the share of the profits from there, and they have left. So it's like you two are kind of like examining the.
Okay, well, we don't really have any tracking skills. I think. Can you track? Be your
Anybody can track.
Well,
Whether we
That
can
was
track
what your
well is a
perception
different
was.
story. Oh, well.
Yeah, survival.
I
You
found
guys
my
got
feet.
survival?
Oh, survival.
My feet is right here.
I don't have survival. I
I
do
have
have a high
survival.
wisdom
You have
score.
survival?
Well, sort of. Everybody has survival. You can try it untrained.
All right.
Is that a wisdom?
You could try it on
Well,
train.
yes.
Go for it.
I'm going to give it a try then. I get a 14.
Okay.
I only got a 21.
Okay. Between the ball, you see 2 sets of tracks. Looks like dirt that matches from within the tomb. Once they get out, though, you could tell. I mean, you could definitely tell 2 sets of tracks, but with his higher score,
You also find
you
a
don't
couple of
s-
molars and a
it looked
pinky
like
finger.
they were way defined. You think whatever was here, then lifted up,
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
levitated.
Oh. And
Yeah, from the drops that you saw, it looks like whatever came out of here was
Yeah, you're
covered with
telling
some
me
dirt.
that whatever
Yeah.
was just ripped out of these reinforced tombs that was
Yes.
designed to keep them in there until the stars burned out
Right.
was pulled out and then flew away.
one of the other things I've noted
Could have been
as
abducted.
well
It
with
could have been
my amazing
I said it was
tracking
broken
skills,
from the
It is
inside.
no longer here.
Okay, great. That's super. Well, I guess we go back to town before night overtakes us out here.
How big is human size? Large?
Oh yeah, they were human size.
Human size.
Both sets. One was
Just
slightly smaller
Psychic
than the other.
zombies.
I just keep an eye on the sky to make sure no dire eagles drops a zombie on me.
Slightly smaller,
Yeah.
but still medium size or
Yes.
small? Okay.
Yeah. There we go. And it brings it up to today, the next day. You look at our companions there. I'd imagine you shared your adventures of what happened with the original crew with the warehouse excursion.
Who needs a sword? We're rich.
Right?
You did know that Father Love, your companion, he proclaimed, "There's a new recipe at the bar down the street," and next thing you know, he gets right up and leaves.
Seems fitting.
But as soon as Dr. Del Facto comes in, for some reason, Father Love flips him off and walks past him. But
Wow.
Everybody's critic.
okay,
Can't touch this.
but this is the way we're gonna handle it as you're sharing
And now we're in the oily lamprey?
at the the Lamprey Lament. That's where you
Right.
guys are meeting at.
What do lampreys have to be sad about? What is a lamprey, a fish?
Maybe they're responsible
Yeah.
for
Maybe
all
the
the
ocean
salt
is
in
made
the
of their
ocean,
tears.
all the tears.
I ain't
They're
got
kinda
no
salty.
fingers.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a kind of fish, yeah.
Okay. A person approaches your character. You recognize him. It
Must be your
is
singing skills.
Curate Franler. He's a thinnish man, blonde hair in his 30s. His right eye is a little bit higher than his left. He's the worshiper of Gozrays, the god of the sea. You talked with him prior to going to the manor, and he says, "I got a matter that I think your group would be equipped to investigate. Former followers of our church, when they go against our tenets, basically, when they betray us, we as a form of eternal punishment, we bury them in the ground instead of at the sea. looks like one of our one of the such betrayers of our faith. His coffin's been tampered with. And the burial site's opened up, and we were wondering if you could look into that. We would definitely pay you for your time a reasonable amount, and if you need any of our services, it'll be half off.
It would be impious of me to turn away a messenger of fate.
But if you want to investigate that. Meanwhile, somebody approaches.
You want to maybe tell me where the burial site is there?
It'll be right at our... it's at our church.
Have shovel, will trouble.
Yep.
What was his name again?
That was Curate Franler.
Okay. Is
And
it the marker that says Curate Franler, or do I just look for
No,
the only open
you've
grave?
been to this church before. You were
Okay.
to inquire.
Well, I don't think I memorized the gravestones.
Okay. The gravestone was from
Open
Hip,
one.
Hip Loach. That's the name of the person that was buried there. Was. Emphasis. He emphasizes. Meanwhile, you see one of the
Undead.
one of the sergeants comes up to you. You recognize him from Lord Sposk's men. He was like one of the older guys that was outside the mayor's area that looked in surprise when Michael Pinebrook called to the heavens, and then he made a suggestion of the restaurants. If you recall that, he comes up. Oh, guys, well, you're in charge, right?
Of course.
He gives you 4 bags. Lord,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll take
And
'em.
he says, 200 each, as promised.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
150,
Lord Bosk
150,
is kind of
150.
busy right now, but we may have another assignment for you guys. Ned, one of the brigands that you captured, he says that there's going to be a pirate ship showing up tonight. They're the other half of the smuggling ring. We would like you to take them out, if you want to.
Is there a good restaurant there?
Well, up the street, the captain's wheel. Here, yeah, you might
they
want
eat?
to put a blessing on the food around here.
Do they eat a lot? I mean, I don't know. How many men are we talking about?
Well, I mean,
Is there any
we don't. I
allergies?
don't.
Peanut allergies, seafood allergies that I should worry about?
No one has allergies in the Iron Age.
I mean, you want me to take them out? I just, I just want to make sure. that
From
I
what
accommodate.
from Ned's and Ned has interacted with the smugglers on the thing. He said there's probably just a bit over half a dozen.
Maybe 5 gold, 10. They
Oh my
drink 15
God,
gold
you're still
each.
going.
Okay.
But and if you take that out, you could probably take the ship, and you can sell the sell whatever's on board at the docks here. Here's a reasonable
sorry,
size
my
ship.
Captain
I'm not part
Dr.
of this conversation
Sutar Malfacto. Has a ring.
This is happening as you're talking with your character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And do we have the name of the ship?
Yeah, the Sea Ghost.
The Sea Ghost. And is it a dozen? Dozen of
Ghost
these
full of
guys?
Probably a dozen or less. That's at least what Ned is saying. He's been most cooperative, and we have to thank you for that.
They're coming to town. They're coming to town.
They're going to be they're going to be. What they do is they signal the people at the manor to come out.
Do we know the signal?
Yep. And he hands you a sheet of paper and he says, "You do this," but you usually have to take a boat over. We're thinking we'll have a couple people take you over in one of our boats, and I would suggest maybe swinging around and climbing on the other side.
Are we
and then
talking
taking
like
off.
one of those things with the
We got it.
little paddle things on the side?
No, he talks and he says, "No, it'll be like this."
Oh,
So yeah,
got lots of paddle things.
yeah,
on
and
the
we've
side.
got 2 sailors that are going to take you over there.
All right.
If this is what you choose, just let us know.
All right. Well, I'll have to discuss it with my underlings.
All right. Meanwhile, as they two are talking, same time, the half-orc innkeeper Rella comes right over,
It's a busy night at the Lamprey.
and she nods to you and say hi to Corin and
We know each other.
guys. I'm a bit understaffed, and I do have a mission for you guys, if you're willing to accept it. We're waiting on a shipment of royal jelly to come in. We use that to make our mead over here, and we're waiting on like about 3 barrels 2 large, 1 small. We'll let you keep the small one. And I mean, the shipment should have been here 3 days ago. If you do this for me, I'll give you a free room and board for however long you stay. You'll get to keep the small barrel. And she eyeballs Corin, and she says, and I'll make sure you have a bag of these every morning.
God, I hate you.